Chapter 3 Darren, the boy who made a lot of money. As expected, the unexpected came soon. The next morning, Jia was woken up by her mother. When her mother saw Jia's piggy bank, she mocked the young protagonist, saying that saving €5 a day would take 60 years to accumulate the €5,000 needed for a trip to the US. By then, Jia would already be a grandmother. It's truly unusual to have such a mother, and Jia was deeply hurt emotionally. She had no mood for school, and when her desk mate learned about the situation, all the suggestions they offered were terrible. But remembering that her desk mate never gave up easily when facing problems, Jia resolved not to give up either. That night, Jia turned to her dog Money for advice. Money said, "The key isn't whether the dream can be realized, but having the desire to realize it. This order must not be reversed. In reality, we suffer not because we encounter problems, but because we encounter problems we didn't anticipate." This reminds me of an experiment. Two people gave speeches. Beforehand, one was told that they would face criticism from the judges as part of the assessment, while the other wasn't. As a result, the person who was informed performed normally despite the criticism and felt good afterward. The other person, who hadn't been told, messed up the speech and remained distressed long after. To fulfill our wishes, we need strong self-confidence, but where does a child's self-confidence come from? Keep a success diary, writing down things you consider successful. If you're unsure whether something counts as a success, write it down anyway, and review the diary often. Of course, Jia followed this advice. Then Money told her the story of Darren, the boy who made a lot of money, and asked her to think about it. This reminds me of the Zen Buddhist practice using sharp, witty remarks to trigger enlightenment. One day, Darren wanted to go to the movies but found he had no money in his pocket. He thought of two options: ask his parents for money or earn it himself. Darren chose the latter, deciding to sell soda on the street in the middle of winter. It would have been strange if anyone bought soda from a child selling it on the street in winter. In fact, only his parents bought 2 bottles to encourage him. Perhaps moved by Darren's spirit, a successful businessman told him that to succeed in business, he needed to do 2 things: 1. Solve other people's problems and make money in the process; 2. Always focus on what you know, what you can do, and what you already have. The young boy took this to heart, thinking about the businessman's words every day. He finally found inspiration one day when he went to get the newspaper for his father. In the US, most houses have yards with a mailbox at the entrance where mailmen deliver newspapers. In the cold winter, adults hated walking across the lawn to get the newspaper. So Darren offered to fetch newspapers for people on a monthly subscription basis, charging $1 per month. Later, he added garbage disposal services for an extra $1 per month. This way, Darren found a way to make money, and he soon became too busy to handle everything alone. He hired people to help him and paid them salaries. Later, he wrote a book about his money-making methods, which unexpectedly became a bestseller, making him a successful author. TV stations scrambled to interview him, and he became a regular on television. Advertisers saw an opportunity and collaborated with him, adding advertising fees to his income. By the age of 17, he was earning millions of dollars a year. So what did Jia learn from Darren's story? Stay tuned for the next chapter.